This classroom lesson is a cooperative effort between the Wisconsin Public Service SolarWise for Schools program and the Create Energy Center. Welcome, students and teachers, to Watts on Our Roof, a series of lessons in which you'll work with the photovoltaic performance data produced by your solar array. In this introductory lesson, you'll acquaint yourself with the instrument, eGauge, that makes this entire series of lessons possible. Learn the definition of electrical power. Learn the definition of electrical energy. See the first photovoltaic output profiles like those you'll be using in Watts on Our Roof. This is the one-day output profile of a solar PV array resembling those you'll be studying. From data like this, you'll be tasked with analyzing and answering questions like, how does my array's performance change from day to day, month to month, season to season? How efficient is my array in turning sunlight into electricity? How much money is my array saving me? What are its resource savings? Pollution savings? How is my array performing in comparison to its theoretical performance? In comparison to other solar PV arrays? All of this and more is made possible through a device that's been installed on your PV system called an eGauge. Virtually every solar PV system ever installed has come with some means of monitoring performance. At a minimum, owners need to know that their system is performing as expected. Many monitoring systems today provide data far beyond simple performance measures. Sophisticated systems can draw attention to needed maintenance or repairs, sometimes before they're even required. Your eGauge is a device that can monitor electrical power and electrical energy production or use. Electrical power is the rate at which energy is transferred in an electrical circuit. An instantaneous measure, the kilowatt, kW, serves as the standard unit for expressing electrical power. Electrical energy is the ability to do work that results from the flow of charged particles, such as electrons, through a conductor. The kilowatt hour, kWh, serves as the standard unit for expressing electrical energy. It's a measure of the total quantity of electrical power a system either consumes or generates over time. These terms can be puzzling to the novice learner, probably because electricity and its behavior is invisible to us. But a helpful way to think about them can be found in this simple comparison to running water. Power in kW is comparable to the flow rate of the water. Energy in kWh is comparable to the quantity of water in the bucket. Your eGauge works simply enough to determine the two vital measures of electrical power and electrical energy produced by your PV system. It quantifies the regularly changing instantaneous current, amps, in the electrical circuit carrying electricity being produced by your array. The same circuit has a relatively fixed electrical potential, volts, that's used for reference purposes. The circuits in your home, for example, are probably rated at 120 volts. With instantaneous amps measurements and a reference voltage, electrical power in watts or kilowatts can be calculated and displayed. Because, as you know, amps times volts equals watts, and watts divided by 1,000 equals kilowatts. Electrical energy, will be measured this way. Kilowatts generated over time in hours will provide you with the electrical energy measure you'll be using, the kilowatt hour. After measuring this data, the eGauge logs and stores it, and then displays it on the website you'll be using. You'll probably never see the eGauge you're depending on to complete these lessons. You'll be inclined to forget about it after a while. But these lessons rely on its interactive graphical interface that readily displays highly accurate data measurements in instantaneous and historical formats. In summary, a device called an eGauge will provide you with two vital measures from your school's solar PV system. These two measures, electrical power in kW and electrical energy in kWh, are the primary measures you'll work with throughout this series of lessons titled Watts on Our Roof.